Galaxy's mid-set update. Astro's, Battlecast, and more entering the galactic fight. All Valkyries and Voids are out. Wait. I kinda like Kayle and Kai'Sa, so that's kinda sad. I mean, I think Void synergy was hard to balance. But I like Kayle as like a good example of a forecast that how strong they should be. Sonak, Kassadin, and Lux are also out. I mean, nobody's really gonna mourn those, except maybe Kassadin was pretty cool. New champions: Zed, Vayne, Riven, and Janna. Okay, Riven. New Exile. I thought, honestly, after set 1 Yasuo with the Exile mechanic, I, with 99% certainty, tried to predict that Riven would be the set 2 Exile. Because it's like, just makes sense, but... because they delayed it to set 3. Total of 14 new champions. Okay. So, let's see. All Valkyries and Voids are out. That means that 5 units are out. Sonak hasn't looked. That's 8 units out. 14 new champions means 6 total or more champions. Okay. So you're less likely to hit stuff that you want to force, because there's more champions. We're trying something new. Instead of gradually adding new champions to the Galaxy set, putting all the new gameplay elements into a single update. This way you'll get to enjoy the set for a bit longer while still facing exciting new champions and goals. We hope you'll have a lot of fun experiencing your favorite Galaxy's champions in new ways. Also don't want to add too much bloat to the roster. There's too many different champions. Many new builds will become too risky to pursue. To add some fresh faces, we'll be removing a few champions and traits. This will start out with the old, in with the new. Alright. So the first comment I have to make here is that I think it's smart what they're doing, because it works really, like the way this works, if you release like a big content update, people who initially quit playing the game are more likely to come back than if you just add new things gradually. So Path of Exile did the same thing, and they even had like a big ass like 1 hour presentation on how they did their business and how their player base kept spiking whenever they released an expansion set and how they tailored their business model around it. So I think that's smart by them to do, because it's gonna make people who left the game initially maybe come back, for example, because there's new stuff to do. And it will definitely spike the player base, which is good. Who's leaving? Everything in Team Fight is connected, but to varying degrees. When we look for champions to remove, we wanted to identify the ones whose roles overlap with those of the incoming champs, but whose traits were self-contained enough that they could be removed without upsetting the entire meta. So Void is out. Valkyrie is out. Actually, yeah, MF's also a Valkyrie, so that's 1 more champ. So there's only 5 new champs total. More champs, I mean. New champions to existing traits. Vayne, tier 3 cybernetic sniper. Final hour. Vayne focuses for 10 seconds, tumbling away from her target immediately and every 3rd attack thereafter. Vayne's invisible while tumbling, and her first attack after each champion deals percentage of her attack damage. Let's see. Cybernetic, the options need to get to 6 without needing to log into Echo. She also serves as a powerful tier 3 carry, which usually doesn't need a defensive item because her spell drops aggro. Actually, that's really nice. This character looks awesome. Can you make it loud? Okay, I can make it more quiet. Yeah, hold up. But yeah, I think this is really cool. I think Vayne is cool here. Zed, tier 2 Rebel Infiltrator. Every 3rd attack he deals bonus magic damage and steals a percentage of the target's current attack damage. That's kind of insane. So what if you have Runans? Does he steal from 2 people every 3rd hit? That sounds really cool. So you give him like RFC Runans, and you 3-star him. He's gonna steal like 160% AD basically. Like, he's gonna get a fuckload. That's pretty cool. Some unique capabilities from the rebels. Great anti-carry. Ah, interesting. Riven, Chrono Blade Master. Oh, is this like Kayle's replacement? Energy Slash. Riven dashes and shields herself for 300, 450, 900 and slashes forward, dealing magic damage. Every third cast, Riven leaps into the air and launches a wave of energy that deals damage. Dashes and shields herself? So it's just, she just EQs, basically. She shields herself and slashes forward. She just EQs. Every time. Okay. Riven loves AP items, give her bigger shield and help her do massive damage if she can get a third cast off. She uses Ludens well and can boost Chrono builds. You know, I think this is like new Kale, right? She kind of seems like Kale. But you need her to be probably pretty tanky. Because she's melee. Battle cast. Oh, I have the whole cast over here. Oh, it's my boy Kog'maw. Poggers. Try it. Battle cast champions upon dealing or taking 10 instances of damage. Trigger a bonus effect based on their current health. If they're above half health, they deal magic damage to the nearest enemy. If they're below half health, they heal. Up on dealing or taking 10 instances of damage. Instances of damage, okay. So instances is like any kind of damage really. So like you could probably one tick of Runa Ants also counts as like an instance of damage, or a damage over time effect counts as well. That's gonna be interesting actually. It's Walmart Nocturne. Tier 2 Infiltrator. Okay, well we'll see. How they work. They're strong champions who start to heal after taking a beating. Added toughness in their addition to their ability to do extra damage allows them to dish it out so they can take it. 2-4-6 split. This is a flexible trade they can fit into many different comps. Wait, they're not releasing the... We'll look at those later, I guess. Okay. Astro reduces your Astro Champ's mana cost by 30. Ooh, but they're probably balanced around that, right? So. Tier 4 sniper? Wait, there's so many snipers. We're gonna have a 4 sniper comp now? Wait, that sounds awesome. I wanna play 4 snipers. And like 2 vanguards or something. Just go hunters from DAC. Astro Champs are much more out there. And each one brings something different. Nala stuns the enemy's frontline. So he probably has his auto attack passive, right? Or he probably has his auto attack passive. Anar returns from the launch with his giant team shove. Oh, he's got the same ability. That's cool. Tier 4 brawler. The team shove. I like it. The most out there is Bard. He's relatively weak in a fight, but he has a unique and powerful ability that creates it in meeps. They can be sold for 1 XP each, allowing you to level up just a little quicker. He's a tier 3 mystic. Whoa, guys, think about it. What if you get a Bard from a box in the PvE, and you got like a Shojin or something? Are you just gonna be level 9 at Krugs? That sounds kind of nuts. I mean, I kind of like it because it's like, this is a good unit where you can think like, I'm gonna play this, I'm gonna be weaker, but I'm going to scale faster, which is something I like doing. It's kind of like loose streaking, right? Like you're weaker, but you scale faster. So Bard kind of like fits into that theme. So what if you play 2 space pirates and Bard? So you just farm gold and experience. you just gotta have your endgame comp in stage 3. It's kind of interesting. Opens up some stuff. Here's an Astro comp to try out. Nautilus, Wukong, blah blah blah. They give you 4 snipers, 3 Astros. So 4 snipers is a thing now. Paragon traits. Your team's basic attacks are converted to magic damage. But that's so cool. I love this. Because this allows you to be like, oh, well, this guy built a lot of like armor. I can use a Paragon to create like magic damage for myself now. So I can beat like someone who stacked a lot of armor, for example. Which is kind of cool. It opens up counterplay in 5 costs. That's what I'm looking for out of 5 costs. I want utility based 5 costs that I can like in the like, cause I think 5 costs are something you go for in late game that like you can use to adapt to what's going on in the game. So you think like, oh, this guy has a lot of armor and I have a lot of physical damage, what do? I need some kind of way to deal with armor. Maybe I can't make a Last Whisper because it's late game. So let's pick up a Janna, so now I have magic damage. I can deal with it. So we'll see how that is. Maybe it's a bit too powerful, honestly. Other changes. Chrono buffed 4 and 6, also added 8 piece. Darkstar now 2, 4, 6, 8 as well. Mech and pilots are all getting a lot of buffs, but now when the mech dies, the pilots come out quite damaged. So they're gonna buff the mech, but if it dies, you're fucked. So like, the units that are gonna come out are weak. Sniper now has breakpoints at 2 and 4. So 4 snipers is gonna be insane. I'm a 4 sniper main, by the way. Me 4 sniper. Vanguard now has breakpoints at 2, 4, 6. I mean, you're never gonna run 6 Vanguards. It's probably gonna be like the Wardom thing where you have 999 armor or something. Like a meme. Ezreal, now much more utility focused and able to cast much sooner, but deals less damage. I mean, he was already kind of used like that. That's actually like better, right? Like, he's not really supposed to deal damage. Like, personally, I was always frontlining Ezreal if I could. Because then he could cast before the enemies could. Because that's the only way he's useful, right? So. Cinder, if she kills her target, extra orbs move on to the next target. Nani the fuck? Wait. So like you can kill like 2 people in like 1 cast. That's kind of nuts. If you have a lot of orbs on the field. Like, okay, let's say you play a double Syndra comp now. Double Syndra 2. Aren't they just literally gonna kill everything instantly? Because they use each other's orbs, right? You could even play like 3 Syndras, like double Syndra 2, Syndra 1, with like Star Guardians and a frontline and a bunch of Seraphs. You'll just build up so many orbs so fast that you'll probably even be able to get like a triple kill in 1 cast. Alright, Jhin. Attack speed now scales with star level, so this Darkstar killer's 3-star form is even scarier. Aurelion Soul. Fighter ships now drain enemies' mana. I dislike this one. That's a bad change. Echo casts sooner and attacks a number of times instead of every enemy once. If the enemy team only has a few champs left, he hit them multiple times. He'll slow the attacks of the enemies he hits. Wait, that's just a straight up big buff, right? Infinity Edge now sets the holder's critical strike chance to 100%. I can't tell if that's a nerf because I actually don't like this change. Because what's probably going to happen is that you don't want to build the Last Whisper or anything anymore, right? Like, if you build Last Whisper, you're basically wasting 20% crit chance. So that's, I don't know, it's weird. I don't really like that. But maybe it is a good change and I just have to see how it plays out in the game. But now, in addition to extra range, your attacks can't miss. Okay. Seraph's Embrace replaced by a blue buff. Oh. So it's basically the same thing, it's just they changed the way it looks, probably. Demolition is charged. Join the Battlecast lineup. Replaces Battlecast armor. Wait. Alright, so the way Battlecast works is mount a number of hits, right? Procs the Battlecast, and it heals themselves when they're low. So is there a unit that has like a lot of instances of hits in this game that you could use to make a Battlecast? That sounds like you could create like a really strong unit that probably can heal a lot, right? Oh yeah, Poppy probably, for example. Like if you had, like, upon taking 10 instances of damage, I wonder if shields being damaged counts, because then they just like infinitely heal, right? So you want to like make an Omega tanky unit a Battlecast, or someone who deals a lot of hits, but I don't know who that's gonna be. We're removing Lilac Nebula, okay. Tier 3 champ pool expanded from 16 to 18 copies each. That's a good change. I like this. Can we please do the same for 2 and 4 costs? Then it would be great. Champions now sell back for full value. I'm not sure what I think about this. I don't really like it, I think. There's like no downside to ever picking up a 2-star now. I mean, it just encourages you to shove whatever upgrades you find into your build. And you can always sell them back for full value later. Like, oh, I found a 2-star Vi, let me just shove this shit in and I'll sell it later. And to some degree, I think that's okay, but it also encourages like people playing like super aggressively, and like it punishes people playing more slowly, which they already kind of are making into the meta way of playing. So it will kind of encourage it even more. I will see how it plays out. It definitely encourages more aggressive play and just shoving in Frankenstein comps, basically. Nico's help always works now. If there's nothing left in the pool, Nico will create an extra champion just for you. Wait. So does this change how Nico's help works always? Or only sometimes? So does it change it only if the pool is empty? Or does it just never take it out of the pool? Does it just never take it out of the pool now? Does it just create an extra copy always? Because that's the way they should do it. Only if there's nothing left, but that's just stupid then, in my opinion. They should just make it so that it doesn't take it from the pool then. Like it was in DIC. That's not what you think. No, that's it. Alright, that's it, I guess. You guys want to go take a look at the new champions? Because we didn't get any information on these Battlecast or Astros. Well, we know what Gnar and Bard do, but we don't have numbers. We need numbers. It's too hard to tell which champs were Nico'd then. I mean, it was like that in DIC as well. You kind of had to figure that out. You needed to scout and see who had an IO. And then if the IO was gone, he probably used it on a certain unit. Alright, let's start from the top. With Bard. 700 health, so it's kind of tanky. 0.7 attack speed. What's his mana? 90. Launches a meep onto his owner's bench, which can be sold for 1 XP. Passive Bard gains additional mana for each attack. So a 3-star Bard would just like instantly makes you max level basically. But actually wait, that could be kind of cool, no? Like imagine you're hyper rolling a comp with a like, let's say like you're doing Bang Bros. And instead of going Karma, you just go Bard or something. Or whatever, you know, like, and then you have a 3-star Bard and you're level 6 or 7 and it just gives you so much XP, you just go instantly level 9. That could be a pretty interesting strat. So you definitely want to play like 3 Astro though, right? Because of the reduced mana cost. So let's say a 2-star Bard only has 60 max mana, right? If you have the Astro passive. Generated 11 XP at level 6, so you can sell Bard for no cost. Want to just make him? Yeah. Donations of 250 or more if you're in stream. The comment to a period. Bruh, in Europe we use commas, alright? Well, I mean, I don't really care which one it is. Does Runans work with Bard? I assume so. So my review of Bard. He's probably trash at making your comp stronger. And he's a 3 cost. So it's very situationally like just useful to put in your comp to scale faster. Probably a grief to play if you're win streaking unless he can make you win somehow. But he is like, he's a unit that doesn't have a spell basically, right? It's just auto attack. He deals no damage. It's like you're playing -1 unit basically. So you basically want to play him with something like a Shojin. You can play him in a heavy scaling comp like, actually like Bang Bros. Like why not just play him in like Bang Bros? Not the Bang Bros, I mean Space Jam. Just go like Mystics over like 2 of the Celestials and then you just play Bard to generate XP and gold. Cassio launches her fangs at the nearest enemy that isn't poisoned. Causing them to take 1000 damage over 12 seconds. Reducing the effectiveness of shields used on them by 50%. Okay, this has to be like a 4 cost, right? Oh, it's a 3 cost. 1000 damage over 12 seconds. And 25 max mana. So you give this unit Seraphs. And she's gonna poison the whole enemy team. So what would happen here is like you can just build like a defensively oriented team comp. So like a GA or 2 GAs. And they will take like so much damage that they'll just die while you're reviving in the GA, right? Also, how would Spell Vamp work with this? Because you could just build like a Gunblade on Cassio. Like Gunblade Seraph GA or something, right? Let's say something like that. And you get the Battlecast passive. So like she's just literally perma healing to full. Or dealing extra damage to everybody. That's a 3 cost. Wait, Casio's a mystic? Wait. She's a mystic? What the fuck? That's broken. Okay, this unit's fucking broken. What the hell is this? This is like the most busted unit I ever laid my eyes on. Okay, Gnar. It's just old Gnar, right? With his big ass team swoop and transform. That's cool. Allow is a 1 cost. Slams in front of her, stealing armor and magic resist. That's not too interesting. Janna. She was a 5 cost, right? Janna summons 5 tornadoes, which fly forward in a large cone. Tornadoes grant allies they pass through 50% attack speed while knocking up enemies for 1.5. So this is just Nami on steroids. This is literally just Nami on steroids. To be fair, I like the design of Nami, so this is something I enjoy. It doesn't seem like the tornadoes deal any damage either. Yeah, we went over Paragon already. I think it's a cool synergy. The only thing I'm concerned about is like, what if you want to run Janna for her spell, but you don't want to have Paragon passive? Because it's actually a downgrade sometimes, right? Say the enemies have mystics, you probably deal less damage. Actually, if they have more magic resist than armor, this is really unlikely, but actually it is kind of likely in late game now, maybe, with so many mystics. Kog'maw. 2 cost. Barrage. For 3 seconds, Kog'maw gains infinite attack speed. Infinite attack range, sorry. 9% attack speed, and his attacks deal 5% of the target maximum health. Which probably scales with AP then. And he's a blaster. Runan's Kog'maw. This character looks really strong, actually. I feel like I've said that about almost anybody, though. So Nolus is basically... He's got his ulti from, like, set 2. Except he also stuns, like, targets around it. Wait, this character also looks nuts. And he's only a 2 cost. Why do all these characters look so good? Nocturne. He has his E. Terrifies his target, stunning them with fear for 2 seconds, dealing 200 damage over the duration, or until Nocturne dies. Okay, this character looks like shit, but he's a 1 cost, so... He's a 1 cost infiltrator. I mean, clearly this character is pretty weak on its own. So maybe together with his synergies and stuff, it could be okay. Or like, used for his synergies, because he's got a CC. Melee Zoe, yeah. Riven, 4 cost Chrono Blade Master. Now we're getting into the real meat here. 0.85 attack speed is pretty good. High health, melee. Oh, decently high health at least. And she shields herself. Dashes and shields her for 300, then slashes forward. So she can shield herself for 300 every 25 mana. Anyone else see a problem with this? Because I see a problem with this. Like, what if you have like a Seraph's? You can basically permanently cast, right? So let's say Seraph's death cap and whatever, a double death cap. Fuck it. Alright. Throw in 4 Sorks. How much AP do you have? That's 120%, and then that's 2 40%. You have 340% AP. So 4.4 times 300, I think. Actually, no, it's 3.4. So then you get like 1,000 shield every 25 mana, no? That's like Poppy on steroids. Or maybe just 1 QSS instead of something. So this looks nuts. But it feels like these traits are just useless on her. Like, she's not gonna be a character that wants to auto attack a lot. She's gonna be a character that's permanently casting. So she can't even auto attack. Okay, this looks really strong. Teemo. 4 cost sniper. Satellite trap. Scatters 3 traps around the nearest enemy. When an enemy is close to a trap, or after 3 seconds, the trap explodes, hitting nearby enemies for 175 damage, knocking them down, and massively slowing them for 4 seconds. So Teemo is the kind of guy that's just like, you're playing like 4 snipers, and he's the one protecting your backline. He's the one that's stunning everybody, allowing he's like the CC, he's like Medusa, actually. He just like stuns everyone around your snipers, so they can't really get killed by assassins. Oh my lord. 30% increased damage for each hex. Are you kidding me? Is this gonna work with Runans? Like, imagine Deathblade Runans on like Vayne or something. You're just gonna one-shot everything. I got fixed with Runans? Okay. I mean, if they want to introduce this, then they probably should fix the Runans, yeah. Urgot. We're getting into a 5-cost again here. 5-cost Battle Cash Protector. Urgot fires a drill at the furthest enemy in attack range. And what is his attack range? 3 hexes? Okay, so 660. Reeling them in and dealing 2k true damage repeatedly until they die. When they reach him, and reducing his mana cost by 10 mana. So he starts at 100, and every time he casts, the mana cost goes down, so he keeps permacasting. What? And he's a protector? 2000 true damage? What the fuck am I reading here? What is this shit? Wait, how is this unit legal? It just, okay, so the way I read this unit, it insta-kills anything it casts on, right? Like instantly. Because it deals 2k true damage repeatedly. This just instantly kills them. And every time he does that, he reduces his own mana cost. So what you could do is, let's say you play him with a Gunblade, right? Okay, 2k true damage. Gunblade heals him for 500 every time he hooks in someone. So he's full health again. And he has Protector. So it's gonna, let's say a 2-star Urgot is gonna get a big shield, like 500 shield and 500 heal every ulti. That's 1000 extra effective health every ulti. So you literally can't kill this thing. Like, it's literally gonna permanently heal and protector itself while it's killing your entire team, and you can't do anything about it. No? Like, unless you like perma CC him. And battle cast heal. I don't know, man. This unit seems insane. Like, absolutely crazy. It's hard countered by QSS. Oh, so QSS can't, like, he can't drill someone with QSS, you mean? It says the mana cost is 10, 20, 60, so it shouldn't be able to cast it with 0 max mana. Well, the way I read it is, like, if you get him to 2 stars, he'll just reduce his mana cost by 20 every cast. It's not really a hard counter for QSS either, I think. Okay, let's go on. Final hour, active mana, no cost. Wait, so it's permanently. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Mana, no cost? Focuses for 10 seconds, so she just instantly casts at the start of a fight? I mean, this character looks nuts. And she's cybernetic, so she has extra health. It's like, that's like 1400 health, almost. With cybernetic at 2 stars. And 35 AD. So you can, and it's sniper passive? Oh my lordy, this character is nuts. Okay. Victor. Victor burns a path between the 2 enemies who are furthest away from each other, initially dealing 25% max health damage. And then 1 second later, another 250 damage in an aftershock explosion. He's a battlecast sorcerer. What's his max mana? 80. So this is really easy to position against, I guess. Like, you have to position against it. But if you don't position against it, it's just gonna fucking kill your whole team. And obviously level 3 Victor just instantly kills your whole team. Like, huh. A lot of these units seem so strong. And also Zed seems pretty cool too. But we already went over him. So this is blue buff. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't stack. That's it. It's just Seraphs, but it doesn't stack. That's blue buff. A Chalice, which they reworked. At the start of combat, plus 35 AP to holder and each ally in line. I mean, this is... I think this is interesting, but the AP is just too high. So they'll probably nerf the AP down to like 25 or something if it's a problem. Because I think 35... I mean, there's so many good spells in the new release, right? There's a lot of insane spells. There's no way they'll let like 35% AP slide. That's 2 rods. That's like as much AP as like a death cap almost. Disregarding the passive. So they'll definitely nerf the numbers there. Oh, this doesn't say that it changed. When the holder basic attacks an enemy with 20% health less, that enemy is executed. Nani? That's Predator buff. It's like Predator in an item. Except it doesn't work on spells, I guess. Which is pretty big.